Korean jjimjilbang culture has recently made attention in foreign media as a unique family space offering saunas, scrubs, and delicious foods. Now, this recent surge of interest is also fueled by the recent film K-pop Demon Hunters, which featured a jjimjilbang scene. Hello everyone, this is Culture Crunch's DJ Joel. Now for September's Workie Talkie, we'll be meeting professionals at the heart of Korea, a country that is rapidly rising in the global spotlight due to the Korean wave, right at the center of K-travel. Now we'll be hearing their stories today, but first we're going to listen to a song. This is Let It Be Summer by Young K of Day 6. Discover the world of K-jobs in Workie Talkie. Now, each month we pick a new theme and we invite the top experts from their fields to learn everything there is to know. Now, the theme for September is K-travel. Yes, and of course, we are going to spotlight the fast-raising wave of the K-travel with our very first guest, who is someone who is connecting Korea with the world. We have Joyce Cheuk here in the studio with us today. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. First of all, please look at the camera and introduce yourself to our Culture Crunch family.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for the invitations. Good morning. My name is Cheuk and I come from Hong Kong.
Yes, actually. Okay, so a funny story here is that you are from Hong Kong, but today you came all the way to our lovely Arirang building, all the way from Busan.
Yes.
Wow. So I want to thank you so much for joining us all the way from Busan. It's not an easy ride. It's you gotta get up really early,
Yes,
right?
but it's my honor, right?
Well, thank you so much. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting into your career today. So let's go ahead and look at your resume, which we had you fill out during the song break.
Yes.
So we're looking at your resume here. Now, I see here in your job title that you wrote Korean Cultural Content Writer.
Yes.
How do you define this profession? What exactly do you do, and like what is kind of entails this title?
Actually, personally, I'm a person who are making a Korean culture contents and publish via different channels. Just example for my publications, for my books, for my news and columns, or in the seminar or in the radio program.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I just put it as my job name as the Korean cultural content writer.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, clearly, obviously, you're very, very interested in Korean culture.
Yeah. Yes.
But that being said, you're originally from Hong Kong, though. So
Yes.
you've become engrossed and entirely focused on Korean culture. Now, that's really impressive. It's going to take a lot of knowledge, a lot of study to get to know that. So I kind of want to know, like, who your main audience is when writing about Korean culture. Is it to target maybe overseas audiences or Korean people that maybe don't know? Like, who's your audience?
Actually, most likely, my audience is all the people who can read a traditional Chinese character.
Okay.
So that's why we always call my books or my publications is for target for 중화권. Yes, and then depends on my books distributions. It all goes to Hong Kong, Taiwan, and some region in the mainland China.
Oh, okay.
And Malaysia, Singapore, and some book publications will be in the North America. The
Oh.
Chinese bookstore.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So that may all my target audience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, definitely, I think we can both agree
Yeah.
that the interest in Korean culture, whether it be K-pop or K-dramas or
Yes,
anything
sure.
in China, in Hong Kong, like all around the world, it's definitely blown up, and you've noticed this, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Well, of course, it's been It's been an explosion. So it's a perfect guest to have for the hype when we're talking about the K-wave and the K-travel, of course. So looking here at your resume, it says years of experience. You actually have 10 years of experience doing this particular job.
Yes.
So I've heard that you're based here in Korea. We talked about you came up from Busan.
Yeah.
So you're currently based here in Korea, but when was the very first time that you came to Korea? And were you maybe doing this work before you ever came here? Or like when did you first come to Korea?
Actually, my first travel was in 2010, but for my exactly the years of my maybe the year, maybe 2014, when I did my working holiday here.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So and then after my working holiday, I just got another invitation from another publication house. They asked me to do have an idea to do a new series book of a Korea travel.
Oh.
So that's why I start my writing job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, since 2005, since 2015.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
been quite a while, 11 years. So
Yes.
I just want to know on a personal level, though, when you
Okay.
first came to Korea, did you fall in love with it right away, or did you already have kind of a conception about like what maybe a perception about what Korea would be like, or did
Yeah.
you fall in love with its charm coming here for the first time?
Actually, maybe 10 years ago,
Okay.
when I was did my working holiday here, at that time I did not know any Korean languages.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I learned my Korean languages here also in 고려대학교.
고려대학교? Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
and then I just I'm really lucky to find my another part-time work in the same period.
Oh,
To do the overseas marketing. So that's why I just learned much more about the Korean culture, some Korean contents and Korean languages at that time. Yeah, so it's a really big differences between 10 years before and 10 years after that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're
Yeah.
definitely going to get a little bit more into your long history here in Korea a little
Yes.
bit later.
Yeah.
But But first, I kind of wanted to look at some of your representative works, your primary works here.
Yes.
Now, you do have some that are very interesting. I want to look here maybe at the first one, and that is you wrote The Korean Breeze, Discovering the Charm of Korean Culture. Now, we do have it here with us, right, in the studio. We might have a little, a little bit of promotion here. Now, on the cover, it says 한류의 바람,
Yes.
which would be like the, it basically says the wind of the Korean wave.
Yes.
Please introduce this book a little bit to us, so that maybe
Okay.
your fans or people that are interested in this can maybe go check it out.
Okay, actually, Hallyu and or Korean wave is as a really great topic between these 10 years. But I think that more than the big wave, the breeze of the Korean culture is much more interested, attractive for people. So that's why I choose to write a book in test basis, compared with my previous title. And then I chose 7 chapters.
Okay.
7 chapters for about the Korean contents, which is related to Korean content, Hansik, the contemporary food culture, and then Korean languages, and Korean languages and the literatures, and the 문화 공간, just a cultural complex,
Right.
the space, and then much more about the urban regenerations and the sustainable development as well. So that's I choose much title in the pool, and then I got the my book contents within these 7 chapters that I would like to share my views and my insights to all the people who are the Korean culture lovers.
Right.
As a entry level reference book.
Right.
Yeah, to know much more.
Right. So that was kind of your motivation then, is kind of like just let people know that are really interested a little bit more in detail, right? That was your motivation to teach, I guess. Okay, great. Now, you did say, though, that you introduced this book yourself at the Hong Kong Book Fair in July.
Yes.
How was the response from the readers there? I'm sure, as Korean culture lovers, it must have been great, right?
Yeah, very great. And then we did a live stream over there, and then we also plan to do a much more seminar in the coming October and November in Hong Kong as well.
Oh, okay.
And then in July in the book fair, more new audience actually, because in my previous titles, much more for the public audience who love to go to Korea travel only.
Oh, okay.
But in this July, much more new audience will come to ask me much more about the story. Yeah, because they also really experienced the Korean traveler,
Right.
as well. So that's why they are very interested in the about the story that I wrote in. Yeah, and I would like to share to them, maybe in the coming seminars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Arirang is actually a global broadcasting network, so maybe some people will watch this and they'll go to your seminars.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Well, of course, this book, you did say, covers a broad variety of different
Yes.
things, many different topics, many different things. I'd imagine that you must have prepared a lot. A lot of studying would be needed, of course. But, not just that, but also into the publishing part of it as well. How much research and preparation did you have to put into it until it was actually published?
Yeah, actually,
Was there a lot?
Yeah, it's a lot because actually, my plan is to do a book. Is an entry level reference book, so it should be a little bit fun and with some academic background or academic references put it in each topics or each story. And also, it's also full of my experience in my past interviews or in my past life in Korea as well. So it takes maybe 3 or 4 years
Oh,
to
years.
do. Yeah,
Oh, my.
Because actually for my previous plan was when I start my master in Busan.
Oh, okay.
I really want to have a book which is test basis and not only travel, but much more in-depth
Right,
insights for the people who love to do the travel in Korea as well.
I mean, you could say that it could help spark someone's passion or interest into Korean culture, for sure, of course. So, but that being said, you put a lot of work into it, and your whole goal is to kind of teach, kind of get people interested in Korean culture.
Yes.
Is there a particular chapter maybe that people are picking up this book, that are going to read it, that you hope they would focus on?
Yeah, and actually, I will say all chapters.
Yeah, well, of course.
Of course, but personally, I will recommend the chapter about the urban renewal and the sustainable development.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because it's cover many cities that I mentioned in different topics, and then because I'm really interested in the place which have the history and the modern and the contemporary contents. So actually, I travel a lot in Korea. I find that many cities or many places which is old, but after the urban renewal, it's become a much more new one, or it can sustain it to until right now.
Right.
So that's why I will prepare. I will recommend the chapters about the urban renewal and the sustainable development.
Right. I mean, it's certainly something that is very relevant these days. Not in Korea, but everywhere.
Yeah.
But something that Korea seems to be doing very well, I feel.
Yes,
So-
actually, compared with another cities, it's a little bit it's quite good because for especially from the creative tourism and the community tourism. So that's why when I did the travel titles and in between with many places, and also it also contains many how do I say the 도시재생. Many places with the
Like city
the cities or the regions or the places which is related to the terms in Korean in 문화 관광. So that's why I think
cultural cultural travel.
Yes, so that's why I love this this area. Yeah, and I would like to recommend to the people who love to travel in Korea as well to know much more.
Absolutely. I mean, it's something that's would be really nice to know for people to come when they're coming here, so they know Korea a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So this is a very interesting book. I'm gonna have to check this out myself, although I can't read this.
You can read the last 16-page atlas.
Okay,
because
okay.
this is
I'll read the
my-
16-page atlas in the back.
atlas, yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and look at your second representative work that you
Okay.
have here. This one piqued my curiosity quite a bit. The
Yeah.
cultural journey through 전라남도 and Gwangju.
Yeah.
This is very interesting because it's something that I would not expect someone that is not Korean to write. Now, you published this one in 2022.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about this book a little bit?
Actually, before this book, I read a lot of books which is centered in one cities and just travel surrounding the cities nearby the 광역시, just
okay.
like 대구, 중심으로, and then just travel around to the 경상북도, the cities of 경상북도.
Right.
Yeah, and then for my fourth titles, I just want to make a brand new titles, which is the first one, which is the brand new first one in the 중화권, which is named as Gwangju, and travel around the city between the 전라남도 or 전라도 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why that's my plan. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so I'm looking at the book here. The title here, I love the book. It's got a really pretty cover.
thank you.
I do like the design and all that. You can see you're here on the cover as well. Now, you focus particularly on these two places. Is there a particular reason why, out of all of the areas, here in Korea, that you chose these?
Oh yes, because actually for the every province they have the 광역시,
Right.
and then the really center they got a really good transportations, good network to travel around the cities around the province. So that's why for the people from for any foreigners, the most important things for the travel is the transportation,
Of course,
and the
yeah.
way. Yeah. Because we can't drive.
Yes, that's
Yes,
true.
we can't drive. So that's why I would like to find the center, and then we'll find a way to show how to travel around the cities between the province. So that's why I would choose the Gwangju, and then travel around the maybe Laju, Dangyang, and then Haenam, Mochindo, the cities around the 전라남도 as well.
Right.
And then I got a little chapters also introduce Jeonju and
okay.
전라북도. Yeah,
Oh,
because it's also really famous for foreigner to travel
course,
in
yeah.
Korea, especially for autumn.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
It's beautiful there in autumn.
Yes, and then also this is my I would say that this is my turning point of my publication because from my previous title is much more about the travel and cultural travel. Just like a tour guidebook with some little story put it in.
Right.
But from this book, I would like to change my writing style. I put many small passage related to Korean culture.
Oh, okay.
In front of the chapters. So I thought that this is my turning point.
Right.
Yeah, my turning point for my publication style. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, certainly it's interesting to have these particular places in a book, and of course, transportation is very well established here.
Yep.
But of course, it is important to have accessibility. So it's the perfect places. I feel now that you say it like that,
Yeah.
it definitely makes a lot of sense. Now, you also explored a lot in 전라남도 cuisine
Yes.
as well. That's certainly very interesting. So I'm kind of wanting to pick your brain a little bit.
Yep.
What makes 전라남도 food unique compared to maybe other regions, other cities? Like, what makes it unique to you in this book and what you wrote?
Actually, in a day, I find that it is a 남도 음식. Is these phrases to represent the food from the southern part of the Korea, and especially from the 전라남도, it is because of the geographic the characteristic. They have the 서해, they have seasides, they have
Right.
islands, they have mountains, and they have many places that they can make plants.
Right.
So that's why maybe from very maybe from 조선시대, they have many records that show many food or many raw materials will be sent to the royal
courts,
royal
yeah.
courses. So that's why I just think that it may be a really good place for food or for any cuisines. So that's why I just find I do many research about on it, and then I find that there is a really different characteristics between different cities.
Right.
Just like maybe we can taste in Mokpo for the samhap. Yeah, and then we will find some raw materials or fruit materials in different cities or different
Right.
small area. So that's why I just found that in different 한정식 table, especially
Korean food tables, yeah.
especially in 전라남도, in different cities, it's much more different.
Right, yeah.
More than another province.
Right. Well, I mean, I think that that's really interesting because not only did you do cuisine study, but you
Yeah.
also you mentioned how like the history of some of the things that are grown in different regions, going all the way back to the Joseon Dynasty era.
Yep.
That of course requires a lot of historical study as well. So that's
Yeah.
certainly, I can tell that you put a lot of preparation into this book, a lot of research and a lot of work into getting this publication out. But I did hear that it was actually delayed, though,
Yes.
at a time. Now, why is that? I mean, is there a particular reason?
Yes, actually, this book it was planned completed in 2020 autumn because
Okay.
for autumn or in the summer because of the for the interviews. But unfortunately, there's a pandemic,
Yes,
and after the maybe in the early 2020. So that's why we can't travel freely at that moment. So at that time, I just complete half of my book. Yeah, so that's why it was cancelled or delayed at that time because nobody would like to publish a travel title at that moment because no one
Can travel.
can travel. Yeah. So that's why it stopped in the early 2020. Yeah.
Wow, I mean, it's not just you. I feel like the pandemic certainly put everybody,
Yes.
especially for someone like you who writes travel-related stuff, contents. That's
Yeah,
going to take a big hit, I think.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, I want to take another quick look at your resume because you did write for your essential work item a
Yes.
camera. Now, I'm wondering about this because the way that the books are, the covers especially, this one in particular, and also on the back as well, there's lots
Yeah.
of beautiful photos.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, did you take all of your pictures from this book with this camera. Please show us this camera and kind of show the camera as well.
This is my camera.
Yes, show the
Yeah.
camera and why it's so important to you. Please explain.
Yeah, actually, camera is really important for me because actually for all the tests and photos, it's all done by.
Oh, they're all yours. Okay.
Yeah, all my works, and then actually for most of my photos were taken by camera, and then I would do a spare pack with my handphone as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because for the some reels or short videos or some maybe some snap. Yeah, but actually for the publication or for another use, I only use my computer. I also use my camera for
okay.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean that's good because then you don't have to pay royalties for stock photos, right?
Yes, actually, in reverse, I can just do my photos copyright to another institutions.
Oh yeah.
I can provide my photos to another institution as well. So actually.
Win-win. I see why you use your own camera.
Yes, because much more good quality.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
So you find that you every time you even brought it today. Are you going to take some photos today in our studio? Huh?
Sure.
All right. So yeah, I do want to say, like, it's been fascinating, like, watching your growth, because you have explained a little bit about your publications and all of that, but
Yeah.
I'm very curious to know what's going to happen in the earlier part of your career here
Okay.
in Korea. So far, we've learned about Joyce Cheuk's career and representative works. We're going to take a quick listen to our listener's guide, and then we'll be back with more in-depth stories. Check it out. Catch Culture Crunch on Arirang Radio at 11 a.m. KST every day. You can listen to our show via the Arirang Radio application, which you can download from your app store, or watch the program on Arirang TV. If you're in the Jeju area, tune in to 88.7 in Jeju City, 88.1 in Seogwipo City, or 101.9 in the Daejeong area. If you're in Busan, you can listen from BEFM 90.5, and in the Gijang, Noksan, Jeongwan areas, tune in to 103.3. You can also join us on our YouTube live stream. The channel is Arirang Radio K-pop. And if you miss any of these, don't worry. You can catch the radio rerun at 2 a.m. KST every day. Don't forget, there are exclusive episodes on Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. KST only on Arirang Radio. Head to the Culture Crunch Send Messages board on the Arirang Radio website or email us at culturecruncharirang@gmail.com to send us your song requests and messages. Welcome back to Culture Crunch. This is Workie Talkie, and for September, we are spotlighting the fast-rising wave of K-travel. We're here with the writer Joyce Cheuk here in the studio. We've learned a lot about your career up until, your professional career in terms of publications. Now, these days, you're even called the person who might know Korea better than Korean people themselves. When was the first moment, not when you first came to Korea, but the first moment you ever encountered Korean culture? Do you remember that time?
The first time?
Mm-hmm. Whether it be
maybe-
music or anything?
Oh, maybe maybe in Seoul International Book Fair.
Oh, okay.
When I was the marketer in publication house. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
wow. So you were into marketing, and this was in Hong Kong, correct?
Yeah, in Hong Kong. Yeah.
So you were into marketing. So were you involved in book marketing, or what type of marketing were you involved in?
Yeah, actually, at that time, we always publish book in Chinese character, but in some while we will find some good quality titles in different country, especially in maybe Japan, Korea, or in another country, and then we will just negotiate to do the copyright purchase,
Okay.
and then find the good titles to do the translation versions and sell it in the Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan regions. So at that time, this is my first time to reach Korean language and reach out the people from Korea to
Right.
do the agency between the Korean titles. So this is my first insights about or first impressions about Korea or Korean culture.
Right. Well, that's certainly fascinating because if you look at it that way, you're partly responsible for Korean books to be published overseas in different countries. You yourself have played a small part in the K-book, the K-wave as well. So you certainly play a part in that. So that being said, okay, so you've been very involved with kind of promoting the gestation of publications overseas from Korean authors. But you did leave behind a very stable life as a marketer, correct?
Yeah.
To come to Korea. Now, was there a particular turning point where you were like, that's it, I don't want to live here anymore. I'm going to go to Korea and I'm going to live in Korea. I'm going to go to school there. I'm going to do all of this. What made you decide? Was there a turning point?
Okay, maybe it is much more really similar with everyone, maybe near to 28 or 29, some turning points.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think we are lucky to have a working holiday program in this generations. Actually,
Right.
At that time, I heard that there's a working holiday program between Hong Kong and Korea.
Oh, okay.
And then also at that time, I just find that I want to do something that I can add value or take a break to maybe to find a much more better way for my maybe my career.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why I just find that maybe it's the time for me to do some learning.
Okay.
Yes, especially for the languages.
Right.
Yeah, and then at that time I just choose Korea for my Korean learning, and then I just said that if I were lucky, I can get a job as well to practice my language or
Right.
use my previous working experience in Korea as well. So that's why I can did a really intensive experience to get my maybe further study or a value tour
Right.
within a year, and then I can go back to Hong Kong to find my new career path, career way. And
Well-
this was my previous plan.
Well, I mean, you're still here, so.
Yes, that was my previous plan, maybe 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what? Life works in mysterious ways, and you could say I've also I learned Korean as well. So we both learned Korean. The best way is just to move here. Honestly,
really?
the moving
Okay.
here is the best way to learn Korean. I say.
Yes, sure.
But after that, though, you were selected as the Korean government scholarship student, though, as well.
Yes.
So what did you major in? What school did you go to? Like, what's that story?
Okay. Actually, I applied this scholarship in 2020.
Okay.
Actually, at this time, it's the pandemic period. Maybe the start of the pandemic.
Right. Exactly at the start.
Exactly the start. And then I did. That's at that time my school was Busan
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then this is GSIS, the graduation school of the international studies, and then my major is Korean study.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
한국학. Yes.
Wow, you've been very busy studying all of that because those are very dynamic majors and fields of study, of course.
Yeah.
Now, okay, obviously from the beginning of the show we mentioned you came up from Busan, so that means you still live there. You went to school there.
Yes.
But you specifically chose Busan. Why Busan? Out of all the cities in Korea, did you chose to go to Busan?
Okay.
Like most people come to Seoul.
Yes.
But why did you choose Busan? What's that about?
I think sometimes I would tell my friend, because many friends ask me this question as well for me. But I also said that maybe Busan chose me.
Hey, you know what? That's the best answer you can give.
Yeah, actually, because for our track, we have only 2 candidates can got this scholarship in Hong Kong in every year.
Oh, really?
Yes, only
Very
2.
competitive.
Yeah, very competitive, and then I'm really lucky. So that's why at that time I chose a free school, and one of them is Busan Tarkie. And then one of the reason is because for my titles and for my projects, there are many projects and titles or contents. Which I need to stay in the southern part of Korea. So that's why I just think it's really 순수하게.
Yeah. Like,
If I can do it in
Leveled,
Busan
yeah.
or in the southern part, it's not. It's also it's good for me to do
right.
it. Yeah.
Work-wise too. So
Yeah, work-wise too,
For
yeah.
your publications as well as just studying and all of that, it just kind of worked out that way.
Yeah, so that's why sometimes I would say that maybe Busan chose me.
I mean, it sounds like it did because it kind of all worked out perfectly because
Yeah.
you tend to do a lot of publications and research in the southern half of Korea, or South Korea, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so that being said, though, you talked about publications and having to study and learn all this stuff for your publications, for your books.
Yeah.
Did you come to Korea with the goal of being an author, or did it just kind of naturally happen that way? Or, did you actively pursue being an author while you were here, or how did that happen?
Actually, is before I when I complete my working holiday, I didn't have any idea on publications or publish my own book. But at that time also, I didn't like doing photos, actually. Yes. But after that, my another publication house asked me, gave me invitations that do you have any idea to make a new series of the career for them? So that's why I just said, oh, it's not a bad idea.
It seems like that a lot of this stuff kind of just happened very naturally. Like the opportunities just fell into your lap and it worked out. So how up until now, you've been living here, of course, for 10 years, you said.
Yeah.
So how many books have you actually published at this point, like total?
In total, with my name, with a real name,
right.
is 12.
12 books.
Yeah, but
wow.
I have another nickname or another name for another contents. But if I can't use the name by mine, it is the 12 book.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, well, that's actually quite a lot for the amount of time that you've been. You said you've been 10 years and typing 12 books plus more contents for over that amount of time. Now, you do mention your love for Busan, you living in Busan, and you've even published a book about Busan as well. Of course, there's a book for everything. Now, while living in Busan, Busan is a beautiful place. I love Busan as well. While living there, did you find any particular places to be particularly charming or somewhere that you just gravitate towards a lot?
Actually, this is the questions that my professor asked me in the first day of my class. I love Yeongdo and Choryang.
Oh, okay.
The old place in the downtown. Yeah. So and then for any visiting or recommendation places, I also would like to recommend about the Yeongdo and Choryang and Choryangdong and Chunggu. Yeah. Oh, it's just like a Nampodong.
Right.
Yeah, and Chungangdong.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at these photos and not only am I hungry, I'm like, you know what? This is because it's almost going to be autumn soon. And Busan is beautiful in the autumn. I feel like a lot of people are going to look at this book and they're going to want to end up going to Busan because I'm looking, the photos, which you all took these photos as well, right? So all of these photos, it really does show a lot of the charm of Busan, being the beautiful place that it is. And of course, hearing you personally, someone that knows Korean, knows the tourist mindset as well, definitely, I feel like a lot of people are going to want to go to Busan after checking this book out.
Okay.
And so this is something that I'm curious about, being someone that has learned Korean. Now, each region, of course, in Korea has its own dialect, right? So in Busan, they speak differently than people in Jeollanam-do or in Seoul or wherever. What was your first impression when you heard Busan dialect?
The first impressions was, what are you talking about?
It's hard to understand, right? If you learn.
No, I can because sometimes I can understand or I can guess what they say because actually I got a really strong training from my 지도교수님 because my advisors is a Busan man. So that's why sometimes we will do we did many meetings about the dissertations.
Right.
Sometimes when he said a lot about maybe his own stories or something that he would like to express, he would turn the channel to the saturi, to the slang.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
So that's why I just maybe until right now I can guess what he is saying. Yeah, and then I can guess the people who come from which province right now.
Right.
Especially when I got the taxi. The taxi 기사님.
Right.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So getting taxi drivers, you can certainly tell it's very easy.
Yes.
But of course, when you're learning Korean, of course, you just pick up these small, subtle nuances in the language that you can just, even if you don't know what they're talking about, you can still know where they're from.
Yeah.
Now that being said, you're a foreigner living here in Korea, right?
Yeah.
And I'm curious. I love asking this question to a lot of people that come from overseas and they live in Korea or they reside here.
Yeah.
There must have been a lot of difficulties when you first came here, particularly because you didn't know the language when you first got here.
Yeah.
What was the hardest challenge, do you think, for yourself moving here?
Actually, I think maybe in the initial stages, the languages and the cultural differences, maybe the big differences or big difficulties for the people who are living in Korea. But actually, I think even though you got a really advanced Korean languages, sometimes for the foreigners, it still have some little difficulties. Yeah, when they do living. Yeah.
Right.
For example, there's still cultural differences between different the people from different country or from different country, and their living style. Living style really different between generations, between some generations,
of course.
or some maybe different backgrounds. Yeah, but for me, it's not a really big deal or big difficulties to solve or to deal with them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, of course, because, a lot of people, maybe especially particular people living all around the world, might not be familiar with the fact that, yes, all of East Asia, like, we're all very close, but the cultures are incredibly different, like, between every single country. So it's not like you can just jump from one to the other.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the language, I think you would agree that, like, if you learn advanced Korean on a technical level, you can be very good at Korean, but when it comes to using it every day and using it in in society, it's not as easy. You might know a lot of words, but using them is a little bit harder when you're actually talking, of course. So you did mention you have a separate name for other things, other works that you do.
Yeah.
So these days you don't just only write books, you're involved in many other activities as well. What kind of works are you doing alongside writing?
Actually, for the consultation part, because actually for my writing is a part of my works, but actually I own my a small company in Hong Kong to do the project consultation since 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, but actually all the projects are related to Hong Kong and Korea, or sometimes Korea related to between Korea and another country, or the country that or regions using Chinese languages or English.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes we will do the consultation training, and sometimes I will do contents related to the radio. Or sometimes we will do some business and marketing project between or some event projects in Hong Kong, which is related to the Korean institutions who would like to promote their things to Hong Kong as well. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you're all the way in on working with Korea and Hong Kong and like kind of bridging the gap. So you're playing your own part in that as well. I'm curious how that's going to reflect on our next question. And that is, here on Workie Talkie, we do have an official question, and that is, if you could turn your life, the life that you've walked as a traveler and a person that's promoting travel, if you could turn that into a drama, what would you name it? And you named it The Immersive Exploration of Korean Culture. Why did you give it this title?
Yeah, it's really spent a lot time for me to think about the title, because it's a really brand new questions for me. Even I did many interviews before. I just think that if it is a drama or a documentary, I think that maybe in my first insights to looking around Korea, I think it is a little bit interesting to do a program, I think.
Right.
Yeah, and then immersive is, I think, nowadays we go many media arts exhibitions, and they also call that it's an immersive art interactions or some by VR.
Right.
I think maybe from the immersive way to go with me to look around the Korea. I think it's a really good angle.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's a really angle from a foreigner to how to look about Korea or the charms of the Korean culture.
Right, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, when it comes to learning and being exposed, of course, immersion is very important.
Yeah.
Now, this has been September's Workie Talkie, highlighting the fast-raising wave of K-travel, together with Joyce Cheuk, who is a writer. We're going to listen to a song before we continue on with our interview. This is Hong Kong by Channabi.
주무시려나 뭐가 두려워 그리 도망을 치느냐 뭔 말인지 모르겠어요 나 뭔 말인지 모르겠어요 나 집으로 갈래요 돌아보니 뭔가 남은 건 있는데 다 버리고 호난 멀리도 왔구나 내 아버진 주무시려나 뭐가 부족해 그리 불평을 하느냐 뭔 말인지 모르겠어요 나 뭔 말인지 모르겠어요 나 집으로 갈래요 Oh yeah 집으로 갈래요 Yeah yeah 집으로 갈게요 뭔 말인지 모르겠어요 나 뭔 말인지 모르겠어요 나 뭔 말인지 모르겠어요 나 뭔 말인지 모르겠어요 나 집으로 갈래요
All right, welcome back to Workie Talkie. We are here joined by the writer Joyce Cheuk. Now, it's of course a very fascinating interview about your love for Korean culture as well as your desire to kind of promote it outside of Korea. I wanted to ask if you're currently preparing any new books or maybe some projects centered around Korean culture. What's next on the horizon for you?
Yes, actually, in the coming October and November, I will do a series of the seminar in Hong Kong.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I will plan one in the year end in Taiwan as well, as to do my book promotions. And then actually for my book, this is the topic I can pick anyone
Oh, okay.
to as a beginning of my conversation in my seminar.
Oh.
So that's why I will do a series of seminar in Hong Kong with the Korean Cultural Center or in any other universities to do the school tour. And then for the next year, maybe we will have a new title for the 13th title for me, which may be related to the contemporary food culture in Korea.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because especially for the fermentations, because
Right.
I'm doing this
Like kimchi and stuff like that.
yeah, kimchi, doenjang, and 정동술, something like all about fermentations in Korea. So maybe it will my new titles in next year if it is getting smooth.
Ooh, well, you know, I mean, definitely because the food culture here is part of the
Yes.
Hallyu, like in a big way.
Yeah.
Korean food is so popular now all around the world. So I think a lot of people get to learn about the process of making kimchi and stuff like this.
Yeah.
That'll be fascinating for a lot of people, and it kind of raise a lot of interest for Korean food as well.
Yes, actually.
Yes, okay. So, but I'm also curious though, like on another level, of course, you do have all these projects. You know, you're always working on seminars and books and all of these things. So you're staying very busy. But, you know, you must have like a final goal or some kind of big goal that you have in mind. Do you have a big goal that you're working towards, or do you have something that you really want to accomplish while living here in Korea?
Yes, actually, it's a really big goal, because I thought that to be a career specialist or a career culture specialist is one of my goals for my career path. So that's why I did many works related to these different fields, and especially maybe the bridge or the specialty bridge between Hong Kong and Korea is my final goal. Yeah, because I think it is a really continuously way to do maybe the soft democracies between the two regions or
Right.
two different culture the people from the different cultural background. So that's why I would like to pick it as a big goal for me to
Be a bridge.
be a bridge, be
Well,
a
I
bridge or
mean-
be a specialist.
I mean, are you not a bridge already? I mean, look at you. You published what 12 books so far. You seem like a bridge to me. But all right, yeah. So I mean, I'm certainly going to cheer you on in the future. Of course, bridging these cultures and doing your fair share of work to kind of promote Korea to the rest of the world, to help expand the Hallyu, of course, is something to
Yeah.
be commended. I think for
Yeah,
sure.
and in reverse, I would like to also use my languages to do the promotion or to do culture promotions to Korean people. Yes, maybe from Hong Kong or from anyway, and from the foreigner part, which
Right.
is using the traditional Chinese character. Yeah, I think this is the great meaning for the bridge.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Cultural bridge. Yeah.
Because not only that, you have all the languages and everything. So I'm certainly going to be cheering for you going
Yeah.
forward. All right. So I want to thank you so much for joining us here on the show. It's been a lot of fun. You came all the way from Busan. Thank you so much.
Oh,
It's
thank
been
you
a
for the
great time.
invitation. It's yeah.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed your look into the connection of Korean wave with the rest of the world. Now, that being said, you can watch this episode again on the Arirang website and on YouTube as well, so be sure to check it out if you missed it. And with that, I will be saying goodbye. I will be playing a song while sending off today's guest. This is Papillon by NMIX, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
원래 다 그렇단 말은 없어 불안 듯이 I swear 가장 위태롭다 느낀 순간 I know it is my time 몸에 걸쳐있는 graffiti 벗어 던져 사뿐히 관심 없는 맥거피는 take that all I do is struggle 손을 잡아본 지 하늘 깊이 점수 끝은 몰라 can't stop to the top 손좀 멀리 나 대신 너 내뱉는 것 everyday hit beat beat but crush 그래 넌 do